Hey guys, come on downstairs. We are starting year number 2 of our Real Salt Lake franchise here in FIFA. As spring is nearly upon us, today being the first day of February, we are getting this underway. In year 2, we're on March 1st of this season. It's February 1st in real life, by the way. Match number 1, on the road, taking on Chicago Fire. And we will have highlights of that, followed by our second match of the year, on the road in San Jose. So Eric Torres, we acquired him from Houston for a fee of $3.8 million. That was a lot of money to acquire this man. Houston did not want to give him up, but we see the potential in him. He is only 24 years old, so we sold Yeromov Sisian away and used that money to purchase the rights to negotiate with Torres. So you see our starting 11 there. We get things underway in the 8th minute. Chipped ahead, Torres gets it to Wingert on the right side, back to Torres, and Torres has it knocked away. Wingert crosses it into the box, and Torres just can't get enough on it to get it past the Chicago goalkeeper. Here is Silva on the left side. Silva just outside the box. Silva going to send it back to Sonny. Sonny in the middle to Carvalho. Carvalho back heel is not a good one and is taken away by Chicago. Back to Bava. He sends it out. Real Salt Lake heads it back in. Here is Plata. His shot is just wide. It is a rainy day. The ball is a little bit slick. Might be a little more difficult to be accurate on these shots. Here comes Chicago into midfield. McCarty with it. McCarty on the left side. McCarty gets to the outside, looking for someone to cross it to. He gets it in, and it is headed in. Chicago Fire get on the board first. And it is Nemanja Nikolic with the goal. And it's 1-0 Chicago Fire. This is a game that RSL feels like they need to at least come away with a draw. Here is Rusnak, and Rusnak tees one up with the right foot, and it goes just wide of the far post. Here's Carvalho now. Out to the side to Wingert. Wingert has it knocked away, but it gets back to Silva. Silva into the box. Carvalho has it back heel to Torres. Torres shot to the far post is past the goalkeeper and into the net. RSL is on the board for the first time this season. Nice. That looked like a beautiful back heel pass by Carvalho. Like the back heel nutmeg. All right. Moving on now. Torres has it. Torres to the middle. And it is Sonny with the goal. That's goal number 2 for RSL, and we take the lead. First goal of the year for Sonny, of course. First game of the season. 42nd minute, 2-1 RSL. RSL setting up for a free kick. It'll be taken here by Chris Wingert. Not sure if he's the guy we want taking free kicks. We might have to make a change to that. He gets it into the box. And it is headed around before it goes out for a goal kick. And we head to the halftime break. Eric Torres with a goal in his debut for RSL. And Real Salt Lake leads Chicago Fire 2-1. Here comes Chicago now. Nikolic in the middle. Nikolic out to the right side to Goosens. Goosens shot saved by Patrick Karlgren. Out for a corner. And that is cleared by RSL. Torres. Here is Aaron Mon to inbound on the right side. Over to Tony Beltran on the wing. Beltran. And his cross is knocked out of play for a corner. Rusnak to take the corner. He sends it into the mixer, and it is headed out. And Silva ends up with it just outside the box. Silva over to the left side to Carvalho, to João Plata. João Plata into the box, and a nice defensive play by Chicago Fire, and they clear it out of there. Harrington with a nice clear for Chicago Fire. Chipped into the box again. RSL continuing to put pressure on the Fire in this match. Torres into the middle to Rusnak. Rusnak shot saved. Beautiful save by Baba. And Chicago keeps it in play. And then RSL is able to win the ball back. On the left side, this is Chris Wingert. Wingert sends it to the middle to Torres. Back heel is taken away by Chicago and then taken away again by Beltran. Torres got a foot on that pass, and it ends up going right to Beltran. Here's Torres. Torres gets around his defender. Torres into the box, tries to cross it across the goalkeeper's nose, and it is stopped by Baba. Here comes another free kick. This time taking it will be Luis Silva. Silva looks like he might try one on goal, and that one had no chance from the beginning. An in-swinger that just did not start off on the right mark. Here's McCarty now. McCarty tries to chip it over the top. He does. Akam has it. Back to DeLu, and the save is made by Patrick Karlgren. We're in the 73rd minute now. Rusnak has it for RSL. Rusnak out to Carvalho. Carvalho over to Tony Beltran. He's onside. Beltran's going to hold off the defender here. Vincent on his back. Beltran working to the middle to Carvalho. Carvalho back to Rusnak. Rusnak's shot from distance is just over the top of the net. 2-1 still RSL. We're in the 76th minute. Here's Akam. I don't know how you say his name. I don't know MLS players as good as I should. And it is cleared away by RSL. Chicago gets it back into the final third. And, a defensive miscue by, I believe that was Horst, as it deflects off of him right to, I think that was Nikolic. Again, horrible defensive play. We'll blame that on the slick ball as Nemanja Nikolic, with his second goal of the night, ties the game up. RSL will be happy to escape here with a draw, but they did have the lead, and that should be disappointing to lose that. Here is Akam on the right side, and he is going to either foul or be fouled. Who do they give the foul to? They're going to give it to Akam, and they give him a yellow card in the 81st minute. We'll take a look at it again, and he did not get to the ball and just tripped the guy up. We're all tied up at 2, 81st minute. Torres is going to be fouled by Chicago there. He went down kind of easy. Sonny's going to send this one into the box. In the 83rd minute, cleared by Chicago, out of play. 6 fouls on Chicago Fire to none so far in this game on RSL. Here's Alvarez. Alvarez ahead to McCarty. McCarty's in space, and his shot goes over the top of the net. McCarty again. Misses. Here is RSL. Lennon. Brooks Lennon on the right side. He is going to hold, get it back to the middle to Carvalho. Carvalho is our defensive midfielder. Out to the left wing to Wingert. It's an apt name for a left winger. Be named Wingert. Wingert gets it across to Sonny. Sonny back to the middle to Brooks Lennon. Lennon, we're in stoppage time here. Back to Sonny. Sonny across. Silva. Shot. Scores. Luis Silva was onside just barely. And he is just able to nudge it into the net past Baba. And in stoppage time, Luis Silva puts RSL up 3-2. Chicago Fire might get one more chance here. Akam has it into the box, and it is saved away, and that is your ball game. The whistle blows 3 times, and RSL earns the victory on the road in Chicago to open up the season. 14 shots for RSL, 7 for Chicago. 7 shots on target for RSL. Chicago had 3. 59% possession percentage, 23 tackles for them to 10 for us. No offsides, 1 corner and 2 corners for Chicago. Shot accuracy 50% to 42%. So a nice win for RSL, and now we are going to simulate this game against San Jose on the road to end this episode. We're all tied up at 1 as we head to the 30th minute. Rusnak with the goal for us in the 10th minute, and Seren for San Jose. We are into the second half now, still tied up at 1. We are heading towards the 70th minute, and Plata is able to score to give us a 2-1 lead as we head down the stretch. And it looks like Salinas missed a penalty in the 76th minute that would have tied up the game. So we go on to win. We are 2-0-0 and have earned 6 points, tied with Colorado Rapids atop the table here super early in the MLS season. And that was my first soccer episode in a while, so I apologize if it was a little bit rough. I will try to get my bearings and do a better job with soccer as we move on throughout the season. So that is Real Salt Lake Franchise, episode number 22. It is year 2, match 1 and 2 of the regular season here on Mama's Basement Sports Gaming.